agenda. Great, thank you. Welcome to the EEH, Election Education and Housing Subcommittee from Montgomery County. We are going to start off today by talking about MC 226, Delegate Charkoudian's bill regarding compensation for school board members. Delegate Charkoudian, can you give us a sense of the bill? I know it's changed quite a bit since last year.
Yeah, essentially what it does is that it ties school board member salary to legislator salary, so that to our salaries, to state legislature salaries. So that both increases the salary, not as high as last year. I know last year there was some conversation about, folks who said that they were interested in seeing an increase in salary. They didn't agree with the numbers that I had in there. Several people last year talked about our salary as a point worth considering. So that's what I put in there. And then the other thing that does is it sort of ties it to, essentially it ties it to not inflation directly, but our salary increases over time through a non-political process. And so it ties that salary too, so that we don't have to sort of keep coming back and having the discussion or debate in future years.
Great, thank you very much.
Excuse me very quickly. Ralph, Delegate Crutchfield said she can come, but she needs the link. It got lost in her email or something.
You got it.
Thank you very much.
Sorry for interrupting, but.
Absolutely not. No, that's important. Is there discussion on the bill?
Yes, I'd like to say something if I could.
Please, go ahead, Delegate Kaufman.
I think that this is an issue of equity because I have talked to many school board members over the years, and two of the former school board members told me they could only do it because of the fact that they were married to wealthy men. And I was speaking to a current member of the school board who I won't name, who said that they're all women, so it's a she, was experiencing financial strain as a result of serving on the board. And they work about 60 hours according to that report. So I think this is a matter of equity and getting the most qualified people, because right now the only people that can do it at $25,000 a year and they work year round are people with wealthy spouses. And we've already heard from Delegate Charkoudian that being a single mom delayed her foray into public office. And so I just don't think we want only a certain type of person to be able to to serve on the Board of Education. So
thank you, Delegate Kaufman. Anybody else have any thoughts? I'd like to move favorable on the bill.
Second.
Do you want to take the roll, Ralph?
1 second. All right. Delegate Charkoudian.
Yes.
Delegate Crutchfield.
Yes.
Delegate Kaufman.
Yes.
Delegate Shetty. Your sound did not work, but I got that it was a yes. And Delegate Ziegler.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Delegate Chi.
Yes.
Ready. Having received a unanimous vote in favor, the bill passes.
Thank you very much. Next, we're going to look at, I haven't heard back from Delegate Wu, but we have discussed this bill before. We had it last year, the school holidays bill, which would codify current practice essentially and create, sorry, I'm grabbing for the first day of Diwali, Eid al-Adha, Eid al-Fitr, Lunar New Year, Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, and Juneteenth as school holidays. So is there a discussion on the bill?
Yes, I just want to reiterate what I told you privately, that I will vote for this legislation, but I was deeply concerned by the fact that there are a number of days that I hadn't realized that our supporting services professionals in schools don't get paid, and this would add to the number of days that they don't get paid. So what I'm really wondering is I want to know, because I think Delegate Wu said he was going to try and talk to SEIU if they've had some sort of kumbaya moment. I will vote yes because the students that testified were so persuasive, but I do have that concern that there is already great discrepancy in the pay versus of supporting services personnel versus teachers. And so I think we may be adding to it inadvertently, but I will vote for it because the testimony was overwhelmingly in favor.
Thank you, Delegate Kaufman. Delegate Shi?
Thank you, Madam Chair. So I am a co-sponsor of the bill, and I remember the discussion and the hearing last year. I actually share Delegate Kaufman's concern. I confess that I don't know everything about the school system's operations and how this might fiscally impact its operations, including the workers and all of that. So I think that element of concern needs to be discussed, debated, and hopefully with the Delegate Wu in the room. Was there a reason that he cannot join us? Is there a way we can maybe special order the bill or something? Because I don't want to just, take an action on the bill when we still have so many questions about it.
I
Of course,
agree.
in spirit, we're all in favor of that. And for me, my cultural community definitely would like to see that, but we also don't want to cause more problems in the process.
I agree. Delegate Charkoudian?
Yeah, I was actually going to ask if Delegate Wu could join us or if we might ask someone from SEIU to join us. Because I agree with everyone that the spirit of the bill is something that I think we all support. And the idea that we would have many of our support staff in the schools or others who are educators in the schools who are represented by ACLU, represented by SEIU would lose income from it, I think is something that we need to take seriously. So I suspect that there's a way forward. I just don't know that we could figure it out without those folks in the conversation.
Those folks, and then I think maybe also somebody who can speak to the way that actually works, because I've heard, yes, Delegate Shetty?
Hi, I was just wondering if I could make the recommendations just to your point, Delegate Ziegler, Chair Ziegler, on whether we can invite someone from MCPS along with someone from SEIU.
Exactly.
So perhaps we could, do you need a motion, like move to special order the bill, or can you, since I think all of us, or many of us here certainly share all the same concerns about this, but we really want to see this passed too. So,
Right.
Great.
We can just
Okay.
hold it. We can just
Great.
hold it. And
Awesome.
and I think Delegate Crutchfield, you had your hand up.
Yeah, I was just going to say procedurally, we could just hold it as well.
Yes,
And
right.
I agree with everyone else. Thank you.
So I'm going to try and make sure that we have people who actually understand exactly how workers would be affected, in fact, because I have heard differing opinions on that, and I want to be sure that we're getting the real information. I know that SEIU is very concerned, and I've been told that, in fact, that's not a problem, but I think we need to dig into it before we do it. Again, we all support the idea. Delegate Kaufman?
Yes, I just think as a matter of fairness, Madam Chair, when we debate it again, because it's his bill, we need to make sure it's a time the Delegate Wu can make it, because for all we know, he's had some conversations with MCPS or SEIU, and all of this is resolved. But I just think it's a matter of fairness as we're deciding his bill. We need to discuss it next time when he can come.
I agree. I agree. All right. Well, thank you all so much. I appreciate you joining us. We will reconvene next week with more information, hopefully. Thanks very much. We are adjourned. Have a great rest of your day.